You know, a tough, hard-fought game, but certainly got to give credit to those guys, the Bengals. They did what was required to win. They made a few more plays than we did. Just from a analysis perspective, I just thought, the first half, we allowed them to run the ball too much. I think they had about 100 yards rushing at the half, and then we turned the ball over a couple times. And so that just kind of set a negative trajectory, and we're fighting uphill the rest of the way. I certainly appreciate the fight, but, man, we got to be cleaner. We got to be better, and we weren't tonight, and that's life in this business. We certainly got to learn from it, man, and keep pushing. But I'd be remiss if I didn't compliment them, man. They fought their tails off, man. They won the game, and they're certainly deserving. No real injuries to speak of. Had some bumps and bruises associated with play. Next time we get together, I'll provide some details in that area if necessary.
Anyone?
Mike, as the game went on, were you thinking about double teaming Chase more, or what's your thought process?
We played these guys a bunch. We double teamed them some. We double teamed 5 some. It's a mix. A mix is required. They got depth and talent. Just like the one play 80 made down the middle, we were doubling them both, and they were one-on-one in that circumstance. And so, there's many ways you can analyze it, but the bottom line is they made more plays than we did.
Mike, defensively against the run, what was the issue, especially there in the second?
They popped a couple. They did, man. We didn't do a good enough job of gap control, and they popped a couple big ones, and it kind of created an unsteady environment.
Especially disappointed with the secondary, considering sort of focus this offseason was getting these guys to play these Bengals.
Yeah, we won't be defined by this performance, but it certainly was disappointing tonight.
Mike, do you feel at all in the second that maybe you got away from the run with the success you were having in the first?
I don't. We turned the ball over a couple of times. It's 60 minutes of football. We ran it well in the second half. Any pocket of the game you can isolate and, have judgment, so we don't worry about that. I thought we ran the ball effectively largely over the course of the game.
Was that a flea flicker called in the first half?
It was.
I think you said earlier in the season, after getting a bunch of turnovers, you're not able to turn over everybody. Is this a game where a couple turnovers could mask some of what you were giving up on defense?
When we're not getting it, we better secure it. I think it's the totality of it. We work as a collective. And so if we're not getting it, we certainly better protect it. And so we didn't do a good enough job of getting it tonight. We didn't do a good enough job of protecting it. When you're -2 on the road, you don't win a lot of those games.
Did they do anything special to neutralize your pass rush tonight?
Now they got rid of the ball quick, and they were running the ball effectively, and so it minimized some of those one-dimensional passing circumstances.